This is my 2015 Volkswagen Golf R. It has had no AC since October, and it is in fact the AC condenser. So before we hop into everything, just real quick backstory. My Mk7 Golf R is something I've always wanted. In 2014, 2015, when they were announcing these and showing these off, APR got a hold of one whenever they started to hit the States and went ham on it. And I fell in love. And I told myself then I wanted a Mk7 R. Fast forward to when I was 22 years old, I got one. I'm now 26. This is my daily driver, has 120,000 miles on it, big turbo, full bolt-on, everything. My favorite daily. It's my favorite car. You have no idea. This is a forever car. But forever doesn't mean that it lasts forever. So this car has had no AC since October. Originally, I thought it was the Evaporator Core just because of how intense the decompression sound was from the vents. I thought maybe it was behind the dash. And for those who might not know, when it comes to the Evap Core, you gotta pull the entire dash out. So in this video, we're gonna figure out if it is the AC condenser. So we're gonna roll this thing up on race ramps, take off the front bumper, do everything needed to get to the condenser, which should be a lot of fun. It is currently a Friday evening. I'm at Tyler's shop, there's AC, so it shouldn't be too bad. And you know, for the car, like, I don't really care if I don't have AC. I kind of like having the windows down. During Florida summers, obviously it would be nice to have. Furthermore than just what I think, like, you know, I have a girlfriend and family and a life, and when people want to go somewhere, I always want to drive and they don't want to go in my car. So yeah, we have our work cut out for us. We might have a couple of homies come here and hang out. You guys, you've seen them before, but as it stands, we're gonna get started on this car. Yeah. In order to do this job, you're gonna need tools. So I got a drill, nice. I don't know exactly what all is needed, but I do know it's a Volkswagen. So we have a bunch of Torx bits, because I guarantee you there's gonna be T20, T25, T30s, and T45s. Go figure. I do know in order to get off the front bumper, we should start right up here. So what I'm gonna do is, like I do with any job with one of these, is take the air box out, a little ducting, and then we'll take off the grill, and then we'll work on possibly taking off. I gotta take off the wheels. Do I? No. Maybe. Fender liner? Fuck. I don't know, we'll just fight that whenever the time comes. Alright, and then if you look right here, should be two T25s, but I don't have any because I am a stupid man and I forgot to put them back in when I did the intercoolers. And next you gotta come under here, and if you look closely, you're gonna see bolts, as well as right there and there. It's all the way down, over here on the sides too. So, get rid of those, and we're moving on. Dang, we didn't put any screws back in when I did the intercooler. Yay. We did it. And as always, make sure you take a picture of your car when the front bumper's off, just like every car person does, and post it on social media to show how cool you are for being able to do this yourself. Alright, now comes the fun part where you just tear stuff apart because you gotta get to this thing right here. So there's a bunch of bolts everywhere. I'll try to put some B-roll here of those bolts, and we gotta take them off. As you guys are seeing them on screen, you're seeing all the measurements and torque bit sizes and all the tools you need. Got it. Woo. Little trick to all my MQB guys. These clips right here on this little front bumper bracket brace thingy, you can cut these off, dude. You don't even need these because all these bolts hold this in. So just get rid of these. They're so freaking annoying. So we're gonna take off this core support right here. I will say real quick, if you have anything other than a Mk7 R, you should be able to come right under here. Let me see if I can turn up the brightness and undo these bumper bolts back here. There's 4 there, and then there's 1 here and 1 up top, right? If you take those off, then this bumper on both sides will come off, especially after you do this here, with no issues, right? Not a problem. But with these are fancy Golf R headlights, and there is a module in the way of one of the bolts. There's a die. Nice. Another thing about a Mk7 R, if your low beam bulb goes out, you either A, have to take out the headlight to do it, or finagle this with any specialty tools, like little tiny tools. But there's a bunch of these little T20s here, I believe they are. This comes out and you change the headlight bulb. My low beam went out on the other side, the driver's side. I went ahead and changed that, but this one has not been changed. So as like a precautionary thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and swap out the headlight low beam bulb real quick while this is out, just to make life easy. I have the bulb already, might as well do it. Might be a little weird for the Volkswagen Audi guys who might be watching this who's never done this, but these are actually a 16 mil. Kinda weird for Volkswagen to be anything with a 16 mil. Broke all those. Yes, it is in fact a 10mm triple square. We are ready to take out the condenser. You can actually see the big wet spot where it decompressed. Kind of nasty. Golf R just makes a lot more things difficult. S3 I'm sure is the same way, but if you have like a GTI or a Golf or a TDI, it's probably a little easier. Now the condenser is held in by these clips right here, as you can see. Not too difficult. It is aluminum, so what I ended up doing was bending them just a hair to loosen it up, and then you can push up on it, and it should ideally come out. Now, if you are going to do that little bendy thing like I just did, make sure you do it very, very, very gently and carefully. Just a little bit needs to be bent to relieve pressure because it is aluminum. You don't want it to get weak and then snap off over time. All right, we got it out, and you can see for sure that this was most certainly our issue. And when you touch that, it's all nasty and wet, and it smells like refrigerant. So I think that was the issue. Thank God, way better than pulling the dash. I'm gonna clean up around there while everything's off. Trim Clean, Center Car Care, sponsored.
That counts. Hose feet. Uh-oh.
No, it had stuff in it. Like it was pressure. It was pressurized. Before, when the condenser was broken, it was in this general area. And I think it was from this sitting on here and over time eating away at the top, because you can even see right here where it was happening. So I went ahead and bent it so that way it's not rubbing up against the condenser. So after all that last night, it's finally done. I was here till probably 2 a.m. or so. going off on this thing. It was a headache. I mean, it wasn't that bad, needless to say, it really wasn't, but compared to like a Golf or a Jetta or whatever else that's not a Golf R, you can get that front bumper behind the cover off really, really easy because the bolts are definitely there, but with these headlights, the modules and stuff are underneath them, and that makes it extremely difficult to get to those two top bolts. So you have to take the headlights out. Now I gotta rebalance the headlights and everything. It's just, oh man. It's a bit of a mess, but I mean, what can I say? Lewis said it perfectly last night as I was cleaning up. He was like, hey man, you wanted to Golf R? And he's right. I love this car, man. No matter what hell it puts me through, I love this car. You know, I would do whatever it takes to keep this car running, and because I love it. It's not necessary. I mean, some people who watch this who aren't into cars might not understand, but it's not materialistic. It's just something that is very important to me on a sentimental level. This is a forever car. But yeah, we got AC. I forgot to plug in my front parking sensor, so sometimes when I get in the car now, it just goes off, but I'm not taking the bumper off for a little bit. I don't care. It doesn't impact the driving. I'm tired. Plus, we do our yearly trip up to North Carolina to the Tail of Dragon once a year. That's coming up in May if you watched it last year. And it would really suck to do that whole entire drive without AC. But yeah, we're done. So, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe and whatever, all that stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.